Hey, what is happening, guys? This is Orca from Orca's Gaming Corner, and welcome to another week of gaming news. So let's start with PS Plus for the month of September. You guys are getting Street Fighter 5 and PUBG Battle Royale. These games are good, but I assume a lot of you already own them. Personally, I am looking forward to Street Fighter 5. Also, may I remind you that this is the last week to pick up last month's games that were Modern Warfare 2 Remastered and of course Fall Guys, which was really good. Now similarly on the Xbox side of things, we have Tom Clancy's The Division, The Book of Unwritten Rules 2, The Blob 2 and Armed and Dangerous. These games are again not that great and I won't be picking most of them as I have played the ones which I want to, but it's there for people who have not tried any of these. Before we get into the main news section, I would appreciate it if you liked this video and also share and subscribe if you want the channel to grow and the content to grow. Okay, now that we are done with that, let's move on. The first day of Gamescom was by far the best, and I'll talk about the games that I liked. As always, if you guys want to watch the whole thing, the links will be there in the description below for all the 3 days. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Oh my god, this game looks crazy. I mean, when I saw the details in the faces of the characters shown, I was actually blown away. No wonder Halo Infinite got the backlash it deserves. All that aside, the funny thing is that if you want to play COD Cold War on Series X or PS5, you will need to pay an extra $10. That is only if you buy the $70 version can you play these games on the next gen consoles. But on the PC, you can pay the regular $60 and get away with it. Also, if you directly buy the game on the PS5 at $70, you cannot go back to the PS4 or the PS4 Pro. But if you do the same on the Series X, you can definitely go back and play it on the Xbox One or the One X. So for the PS4 guys, if you have a lot of friends on that platform, just buy the $70 version on the PS4 so that you can play the game on both the PS4 and the PS5. Medal of Honor Above and Beyond is coming to Oculus owners. The game is set in World War II and looks pretty good. So yeah, VR is improving slowly but steadily. I feel VR will still take some time to actually hit mainstream. Maybe by 2022 we will get great experiences on VR at a decent price. And of course PSVR in my mind is the best way to start your VR experience, as on the PC side of things, VR is divided. For instance, you can only play this game on the Oculus VR. That sucks if you are someone who owns an HTC Vive or a Valve Index. At least if you're on PSVR, you have access to all the games out for PSVR, which is really good compared to the library on PC. Dragon Age 4 was shown a bit, not actual gameplay, but just some hint onto what is to come. I have been burnt by Dragon Age Inquisition, but hopefully Dragon Age 4 is like the previous titles. Dragon Age Origins was a fantastic game, and even Dragon Age 2 was kind of okay. Let's see how Dragon Age 4 will be. Mafia Definitive Edition is something I'm looking forward to. The graphics and the cutscenes and everything has been overhauled from the ground up, and the game looks good, and Mafia is known for its great characters and story. This is coming to PC, PS4 and Xbox One on September 28th. They showed the new DLC for Doom Eternal called Ancient Gods Part 1, which launches on October 20th. This was again another game that looks insane. I mean, just look at the textures and reflections and the gore and carnage that you can actually unleash in this game. Also very important news, the DLC Ancient Gods is standalone, so you need not own the base game to play the DLC, which leads me to believe that it is of decent size and length, which is a great thing. Gamescom Day 1 had a bunch of indie titles, but that will not be covered here, or else I'll have to make the video at least 20 to 30 minutes longer. Now the only other thing that I really liked came towards the end of Gamescom Day 1, that was Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart gameplay. Ratchet & Clank, yet another insane looking game, and this is truly next gen because you can see the PS5 flexing the SSD here. just try to notice all the details that are happening in the gameplay. It's just not possible. I had to pause just to see what's going on because there are so many things happening every frame. Now it's not just the graphics, the game actually looks really fun, so many different enemies to fight and many different worlds to go to. And also it was confirmed by Insomniac Games that Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart will be launching during the PS5 launch window. These are the games that were really interesting, and there is one more that I think was pretty good, that is Fist Forged in the Shadow Torch. This was a game that looked pretty crazy, and since it's a Metroidvania game, it should be fun. Okay, so now that we are done with Gamescom, let's move on to some other news. Sony has revealed on how to exactly get an invite to buy the new PS5, at least on their US site. You need to register with your email ID and PSN ID and get invited, which is kind of crazy. They seem to be going the OnePlus route. Also, it is not guaranteed that if you register you will get an invite. Your invitation will depend on your previous PlayStation activities and how much interest you have shown before for the PS5. So I believe that they may be doing this for two specific reasons. One of them being that PS5 production is actually very low in numbers, so to counter that in some way they have used this invite method, at least in US. The other thing may be that they just want to get the hype train going, which is already very high for the PS5. Well, whatever be the case, this does not apply as of now to the rest of the world, as we are yet to see how Sony will handle distribution throughout the rest of the world. That about does it for this week's gaming news. Like, share and subscribe to my channel Orca's Gaming Corner, and I'll see you next week with some more gaming news. Also, I've been playing Division 2 with my friends. The Ghost of Tsushima review is almost done, and was also looking at Wasteland 3, which looks kind of fantastic for a Game Pass game.